I'd like to welcome Olubukola Olabiyi, who is the partner at Odujinrin Adefulu, one of our sponsors. And I would also like to welcome with her Olanrewaju Odufuwa, who is the team lead of growth services and conglomerates for primary markets at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. They will be talking to us, they will be introducing the newly instituted Nigerian Stock Exchange Growth Board that everybody in this room can take advantage of. So please clap for them so that they can listen to you first. Come on guys, tea break is coming. Clap for them properly. While they settle down, I want to thank all of our sponsors, Dan Holdings, Adefulu, Odujinrin, for helping us put this event together. All right, guys, take it away.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Don't worry, we'll try and keep it short so we can all go for tea break. We'll probably have the shortest session of the day. My name is Buki. Like she said, I'm a partner at a law firm. I supervise the capital markets practice at my law firm, and I'm here with Larry today to talk to you about a new Nigerian Stock Exchange incentive called the NSE Growth Board. It might seem like we're coming here to talk about something that doesn't concern you, but it does, and I think it's important that you take out the time to listen to us and see how we can help. Recent studies show that about 40% of financing for small and medium-sized industries enterprises comes from bank overdrafts, and this isn't sustainable for a business. So source of funding and financing is very important for a business. So what we're going to talk to you about today is tell you how this board can help your business. For you stakeholders, entrepreneurs in the blockchain and artificial intelligence and economy, why is this important to you? How can this help you? And financing is our key highlight. There's so many other things the board can do for you, but today we're just going to focus on financing. So I'll allow Larry to introduce the group board and explain why the initiative was set up.
Thank you. Good morning. Like she said, my name is Larry, and I work in Nigerian Stock Exchange. The growth board, where I'll probably start is looking at what the NSE practically does. Then NSE is one of the largest institutions in Africa that supports a lot of corporates and commercials in their strategic growth journey through predominantly raising capital that supports their business aspirations. Now, what we know, what we've observed is, and like she said, a lot of, we have a huge potential in the country. We have over 40 million SMEs, and a major hindrance to their growth is access to finance. And typically what really happens for companies in this space is predominantly rely on bank loans and other short-term type of funding mechanism, which is not good for growth. So in essence, what the growth board tries to do, beyond trying to deepen the capital market by supporting SMEs on their various life cycle, is to also be able to provide the adequate funding that they need at various stages of their growth. What the growth board does is to target fast growth companies who've shown a high potential for growth and who are looking for capital predominantly, and other things like they're looking for global visibility, they're looking for ways to diversify their investor base. You know, sometimes as SMEs, along the journey, you could get strategic partners, which sometimes, while there are certain benefits for that, also there might be some challenges and issues with that. So it also provides an avenue for companies to, diversify their investor base, or for core investors who are looking to exit such companies. So for the growth board, what we've put together is for companies that are looking to support their long-term aspirations, you need the right kind of capital to fund those things, not bank loans or other forms of debt. That won't work. It creates a huge problem on your cash flows and liquidity. So with the growth board, this should help solve that problem of having the kind of capital structure that over time would support your growth.
Okay, thank you for that. So I'm going to be on the side of the stakeholders in the room here, and I'm going to ask you some questions. The concern that small businesses have with listing on the stock exchange, one of them is the cost. So why should I leave my private safe haven and come and list on the board if it's going to cost me a lot of money? So can you just talk briefly on what the costs are for listing on this board?
Okay, that's another area we've looked at it. Like she said, cost. There are three big issues. Cost is one of them. That SMEs kind of, or growth companies kind of, it discourages them to come to list on any stock exchange, and that's from an area of cost. So what we've done is we've taken a position on the NSE that has reduced the cost of lending for companies. Beyond even us as NSE, we've also engaged our ecosystems. I'll come to that because we know that cost is a big issue. And so these ecosystems, we call the value-added partners, understand that whatever service fee that needs to be paid to support these companies in their, what we call their pre-IPO diagnostic or get them listing ready, these fees are at barest minimum. So we have two platforms to the board, which is the entry and the standard. And I'll talk a bit on the entry. So typically, if you want to come and list on the NSE, it's a function of what we call your market cap or size of your business, which can range from anything from 0.25% to 5%. If you look at the entire ecosystem and their fee charges, that can be a lot, you know. But for the listing, for the cost of listing for the NSE, we've adopted a flat fee structure. So on the entry board, we've reduced it to 250,000 application fee and 200,000 listing fee. So barely under a million, you can list your company.
Okay. Another issue or concern for small businesses is the disclosure requirements. There's an assumption that they always have to file and NSE will always be in your business. Can you talk a little bit about what the disclosure requirements would be?
Okay. I understand the concern regarding disclosures, but I need to put it to you in this context and why it's important, especially for tech. Tech companies are global players. They work, their services go beyond your current home country, and you're looking for a global platform. That means that you're looking for the right kind of investors to invest in your company. So most times, tech companies are looking for investors who are not looking for short-term profitability, but who are going to invest in their growth and scale. That being said, investors typically need information. They need information to make the best market decisions on whether to invest in this company. So when the NSE tries to tell you, you need to provide some level of disclosure on your books, it's all in the sense to attract the right kind of investor to you. But knowing that concern, what we've also done is, because, over-reporting, like I say, like my boss says, over-reporting can be a hindrance. What we've done is to reduce the level of disclosures that needs to happen. So, for example, if you are a listed giant, maybe an MTN or on Airtel or Sako, you typically have to go through 4 quarterly reports, 2 your interim report, your full year report, and what we call the sustainability report. That's 8 reports in a year. So that can be quite demanding for a company your size. But for the Growth Board, what we've done is to reduce it to just 2, which is your half yearly and your full year. So you agree with me that that is really coming down, but the information is necessary to drive the kind of interest from investors and also to promote liquidity of your shares.
Okay, thank you for that. Like I said, our session is really going to be short, so you can go for tea break. But if you need more information, you can always check on the NSE website or contact either of us. But just to add to what he has said as well, one thing that this Growth Board has that the NSE did not have before is something called the designated advisors. So you have accountants, auditors, lawyers. My firm is one of the accredited designated advisors where you can go to them. You have them on a retainer, and throughout your process of the listing, you can get information on the disclosure and everything you need to do, so you don't have to worry about the nitty-gritty, and you can focus on what you do best, being the best fintech guys in the business. So thank you for your few minutes, and please contact us if you have any questions. And thank you to TechCabal for having us. And everyone would just like to say, please be safe. I know the news doesn't sound very good this morning, but Nigeria always pulls strong. So all the best and have a great weekend.
Thank you.